Of what can I grow from the grocery store, we're going to step aside from growing and turn towards preparation. Specifically, we'll be removing seeds from chili peppers purchased at a local produce market and preparing them for long-term storage. For this process, you will need gloves, which are very important, a marker that's also important, paper plates, a knife, a spoon, and some form of bags to store the seeds in. I'll be using my food saver for my seed storage. So let's see how we do it. Okay, mentioned in a couple other videos, this is Memorial Day weekend and I'm in the mood for Mexican food. And what do you need for Mexican food? A bunch of things. I think I got 3 more video series already going. But for this one, we got jalapenos. Bought them at Publix yesterday. What you're going to need for this: jalapenos, pair of gloves. Very important. Very important. Very, very important. This is the voice of experience speaking. You do want to use gloves. You need a paper plate. Probably most critical, you need a marker. You write on the paper plate, jalapeno. You definitely want to, see, jalapeno. You want that marked. This is also the voice of experience speaking. If you go out in my backyard right now, you see I got about a 4 by 16 raised bed with probably 30 different peppers in it. I know for a fact that I planted habanero, jalapeno, cayenne, serrano, and dado peppers. I also planted a bunch of other pepper seeds that I haven't got a clue what they are. They might be jalapenos, they might be habaneros, they might be poblemos, they might be bell peppers, they might be sweet banana peppers. I haven't got a clue because I didn't have my marker with me when I took the seeds out of the peppers. I got a bunch of paper plates sitting behind me that have chili seeds on them, and I don't know what they are. Definitely mark your plate. So, you also need a sharp knife. Let's get these things out of the way so I can work and so I can get my gloves on. You definitely want to wear gloves. If you do not wear gloves when you're doing this process, number one, you're going to be sorry. No matter what you do, you're going to be sorry. These gloves are not made to be put on, especially when it's 90 degrees outside and your hands are kind of sweaty. But you get the gloves on, no matter what it takes. I'll probably edit some of this out because you don't need to see me fumbling around like an idiot trying to put gloves on the wet hands. And that's the beauty of video editing. I can remove some of my mistakes and make you think I know what I'm doing. But the reality is, everything I do in all of these video series is experiments. That's what this stuff is. After all, you got to remember, all this stuff comes from the grocery store, which means it's suspect. It's probably been treated with all kinds of chemicals before it got to you. These chilies have probably been on a truck for who knows how long. What I do is I start by chopping the tops off of each one. Reason for that is that'll show you where the seed chambers are at. If you go deep enough. Oop, there's a seed right there. A couple of them. So we chop the tops off. Those go in the compost pile. Then you can see on the end, this one's got 4 seed chambers in it. I am going to attempt, get these out of the way again, I'm going to attempt to cut down right through each of those seed chambers. Yeah, let's see how I can do this. We'll just try it just like this, see what happens. Look at those seeds. You can't even see them, can you? Nope, can't even see them. Move back a little bit. Now, I'm going to take my spoon. Did I mention you need a spoon? Probably not. And I'm just going to scrape those seeds out. And you can cut them again if you need to. You want to get all the seeds out. Try not to look like a klutz like I'm doing. Cut down through this one. Scrape seeds. Hopefully you're seeing enough of this to get the idea. And you take all of these guys and just peel the seeds off of them, because you don't want any more of that pulp than necessary. It'll slow down the drying process, and this is going to take a while as it is. The rest of this can go in the compost bucket. Save all the seeds. Create more seeds. They'll fly everywhere, by the way. If they don't fly everywhere, apparently you're doing it wrong. More seeds. More seeds. Trying to pick a little bit more of the pulp out. And for the purposes of this video series, this is what we want. All these little white seeds. Now you take your already marked paper plate and scrape all the seeds onto your paper plate and set it off to dry somewhere. And that's it. That's it. No fuss, no muss. Do not wipe your face or your eyes while you got your gloves on. Do not take the gloves off till you're finished with all the peppers. For now, you don't need to see me cut up 4 more chilies. I think you get the idea by now. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this while I cut up the rest. Okay. Now, as you can see, we have a paper plate full of jalapeno seeds. Still a little bit of pulp in there, but you don't have to get every bit of it out. What I'm going to do with these is set them aside, let them dry for at least 2 to 3 weeks. More realistically, with the way I do my chili seeds, I put them on the cupboard in the kitchen and I forget about them, and that's where they stay for a few months. Since I've already got all my chilies in the ground this year, these particular seeds I'll be vacuum sealing once they're dry and saving them for next year. And so basically that's where we'll pick up, and it'll probably be a little while, depending on whether I remember to get the camera out when I want to put them into the bags. But we will catch up with you then. Now I'm going to make me some salsa. Our seeds have dried out good. It's been about a month since I separated out the jalapeno seeds. As you can see, we've got a pretty good selection of them there, all marked. Now we need to package them. Since it's July now, and I'm not going to be planting any of these seeds until minimum the fall. Got 3 different kinds of tomatoes here I'll probably be planting this fall. A couple of different kinds of pepper seeds that I'll be planting in the spring. So I need to save them. What I need to save them, my favorite method, is to use my food saver. Vitally important, you must have a marker. You have to mark what your seeds are. Again, this is the voice of experience speaking. So, I'm going to start by preparing a few bags. I buy this stuff in rolls. It's a lot cheaper that way. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. You can use Ziploc bags or anything like that, preferably something that can be sealed good and tight. If you don't really want any air, and in particular you don't want any moisture getting to these things while they're in storage. That'll just make them moldy and not worth anything. So, take bag, lay it in here, close the lid, press the button, wait for the light to go out. Can you see the light there? Yeah, you can see the light there. Okay, wait for the light to go out. Light went out. This is going to be jalapenos. So let's go ahead and mark it now. Jalapeno. Yeah, it's really 7, but I saved them in June, so 2017. Take my seeds, pour them in, make sure I get every last one of them. Never have too many seeds. Set that plate aside. Seeds in the bottom. Put the bag into the food saver. Close the lid and tighten it. And vacuum seal. Wait for the lights to go out. Lights are out. It's now sealed. And there we have a package of well-sealed jalapeno seeds. Those will be ready for me next spring when it comes time to plant. See if you can see those in here. Yep, that's it. All sealed, airtight, ready to go on to the next one.